Let's talk about the struggles.
Yeah, let's talk about the joys.
Are you building a legacy of love, or are you just one yes away from your family being in financial crisis?
Man, I want you to lose the ability to say no to your wife. I love this. I heard this the other day that a man said on a TV show. He goes, I do not possess the ability to tell you no. And it hit me hard. And I work hard at not having the ability to say no to my wife. If she needs something, if she wants something, she needs help with something, whatever I'm doing, to drop it, to make her feel like there is nothing on this earth that's more important, more valuable. Yeah, you need me to get the ladder down right now? Good, got it. You need me to hang that? You need me to do that this weekend? What do you need me to carry that? Take the trash out? What do you need me to do? Oh, you'd like to get that? Okay. And I tell my wife this. I said, when we're out shopping, she's like, can I get that? I'm like, I can't tell you no. I won't tell you no. And men, when you begin to lay it down that way, and sometimes maybe it's a little extra expensive, I'll figure it out. But most of the time, she's like, nah, I'll get this or I'll get that. And you find men that when you live a life where she is the most valuable, and you live a life where she knows that you can't tell her no. I do not possess the ability, because you are so important in my world. You're so beautiful on the inside and the outside. I am enthralled with your beauty. Can't tell you no. I can't. Sometimes I wish I could, but I can't. Try that for 2026. See if it does not make a remarkable difference in your marriage, because I find that so many men find it easy to tell their wife no. And I'm saying, no. Let's make it impossible to tell her no.
Oh, look, I watch a lot of his videos, and man, I like him. I like a lot of his videos, but this one right here, Pastor, no. This is bad advice, because with 37% of Americans not even having $400 to take care of an emergency that costs $400 or more, you ain't got no time to be not being able to tell your woman no. Now, if it's about physical things or things to be done around, wash the dishes, make dinner, help clean up, do the yard and stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah. Fix something if you're good with your hands. Cool. Get her car. Cool. I can dig that. But when you start talking about money, which is the number one reason why most people get divorced, and you can't say no. Oh yeah. That's some bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's no. Do not follow this type of advice. I let my wife see this, and she even said, no. I said, would you tell Carter to be this way? She was like, no, you can't. You cannot. Because let's be honest, a lot of us in the past or right now have made bad decisions on the person we're with. Maybe the person you're with could be you love them. But they're bad with money. They make bad decisions when it comes with money. They don't know anything about delayed gratification. They want what they want, and they want it now, and they don't care what. And you sitting around here saying yes to everything? That's a mistake. That's a mistake. Any of you ever heard of asset poverty? That is when asset poverty is defined the household inability to access enough wealth resources to meet basic needs for 3 months. Unlike the standard federal poverty line, which is based on strictly the annual income, asset poverty measures a family's financial resilience against unexpected shocks like losing a job or medical emergency. 60% of Black households are considered net worth poor, asset poor, meaning that they lack the wealth required to live at the federal poverty line for 3 months. 2/3 Roughly 67% of black households lack the significant liquid assets, cash or savings, stocks, real estate, to sustain themselves from poverty levels just for 3 months. So how in the world could you possibly be able to give some woman, your wife, your daughter, everything they ask for when you can't even sustain yourself if you lose your job or you get hurt for 3 months? This is bad information. This is bad advice. I love the guy. I love a lot of his videos, but this is not advice that most working class men, and especially black men or Hispanic men or men of color, a lot of us can afford to take. You cannot be just so gullible to give your wife everything she wants. And no shade against your wife. If she asks for something and you tell her she can have it, most of them are gonna think, oh, he's got it. We can make it work somehow. Look, we ain't got it. It's great to do things for your wife, and you should set money aside to go out on date nights and do great things for her and do nice things for her. You better remember her birthday, and you better remember anniversaries, and if Valentine's Day is special to her. But just not being able to say no is foolishness and is bad advice, and I don't think any man, because saying no isn't a bad thing. Saying no shows you have character. Saying no is powerful because you have to be able to say no sometimes. And that goes for women. You have to be able to tell your husband, no, you don't need that. You don't need all those tools. You already have doubles and triplicates of this stuff. You don't need that. It goes both ways for your children. So I love the pastor. Got great content, but hell, this one, my friend, is not for everybody. It's not, and I don't even care if you got money like that. Just telling being an endless cash machine to somebody is bad, because what is the percentage of women or people who won't take advantage of this type of person? It's a real low percentage, because most people gonna feel like, hey, I can just, they always say yes. They can't say no to me. I'm just so sweet. I'm the doll of his eye. I'm his princess. I'm the love of his life. Look, I love my daughter. I love my wife. Hell, I love my mother. And if I could afford it and it makes sense, I'll get it for you. But if I can't, I will tell you no and not lose a wink of sleep about it. That was this episode of the Raising Carter podcast, sponsored by the YouTube page, Build Better Dads. I've got a new ebook. It's called The Unbreakable Son, the 10 fundamental things that you need to teach your son. And I'm saying, I know this is part of that. This is in there somewhere. And if it's not, we're going to move it up to 11, because saying no and being a yes man to your wife, your daughter, whoever is not the way to go. Whether you're listening to this or you're watching this, thank you for your support, and I'm out of here. Peace.